Welcome back. It's part 2 of my stained glass paper method. So let's get started. So yesterday I did these papers. This one was on a piece of paper that I'd already used, that was printed. Why not use your scraps? This was on cardstock. So, I go over the edges, and so I just go back in and cut off the little pieces. Today's is going to be much quicker. I'm not going to show the whole deal. Just going to show you what I do. And keep it simple, sweet. Keep it simple, sweetie. So, what's your day like today? Well, it's been cloudy here, much cooler. Thank the Lord. And now we are getting some thunderstorms and a little bit of rain. That's answered prayer for sure. I should cut the other one to have it ready, but I didn't. So I'll cut that real quick so you have a square piece of paper. Woohoo! I'm very blessed to have ceramic or whatever tile floor that I can easily sweep up, mop, and can carry on. So big pieces make it into the trash can. Little pieces, a lot of times, onto the floor they go. All right, so I'm going to start with the small one. I'm almost there. Okie dokie. Put that back where it goes. Did you hear the thunder? Now I have ironed this. So let's start. Literally, I am using a big Sharpie marker. I'm using the chisel. I'm going to use the chisel point end for the edges. And once I get however far on this, I'm going to show you some new papers that I made today with like paper towels and alcohol ink and alcohol that I will also make into stained glass paper. So I'm doing the edges, and then I'm going back in and I'm going to look for the edges of the pieces. And I am going to switch to the pointed end. What do they call that? The fine end. Okay, so we got one here. Hope my head's not in the way. I can't see. And I'm going to come down here. It's not always perfect, but I don't claim perfection in any part of my life because nothing is perfect. And this one goes over here. Where does it go to? Here we go. Come down here, and I just follow along as best I can with the edges of the torn paper. So we had a little notch there. Oops, I hit the I'll just turn it whichever way I need to. This was a bigger piece. So let's see, it's Friday. What are you doing this weekend? Tomorrow, I am working with a friend in her little business of cleaning beach rental houses. So I will be getting plenty of activity tomorrow. So what do you think? Does this look like stained glass to you? I mean, really, it's very simple. And, here's what I do know. using the sprays and Lindy's Magicals really does make a little bit more of a mess, but it sure does make it pretty interesting. Ooh, there was some thunder. Ooh, did you hear that? Wow. I do love a good storm. They don't scare me. And now my dog is under my table. She's right down here at my feet. But luckily she doesn't really freak out. Thank goodness. And the other one, where is she? I don't even see her, so she's not out here. So let's see, did we get this right? Well, here's another piece. It has the words on it. Ah, here's part. I'm looking to see if I missed any spots, but that's the beauty of it. I can always go back and fix it. So what will I do with this? I might end up cutting it in half. I might end up cutting it however I want, making a pocket. I could add more paper to the back and make a journal card or a tag. So I wanted to show you, and I'm not going to sit and go through this with you. You get the gist of it all, right? So here are the papers that I made with basically paper towels that I wipe my hands on at like the gym or the gas station. I like the texture of them, and I love the sound after I'm done. Don't we just love that? I know there's a name for it. AMSR? ASRM? I don't know. But this one, you know, literally, I have a spray bottle with 91% alcohol and a drip bottle, you know, like, and I will put out one at a time. I'll put alcohol ink on it, and or I may spray it first and then drip it or draw with it, and then I'll come back in with another color and I'll drop on here, and I just let it flow. Okay, and there's always more underneath on whatever I'm using, and so I make sure to mop that up. And I just took a book boiled page and mopped up ink with this one. And the next one I used, and so both sides are always very pretty. This one is the next one, and I have holes because I'm making little tags out of key rings and using glossy accents on them. They'll be very pretty, but they're not dry yet. So this is what I love. These are, when I drop alcohol on the ink, it spreads and sometimes leaves these marks. Isn't that awesome? And then the next page is similar, but both sides are always very pretty. And I did use, like this one I mopped up from, here's the fourth one, from this one. And so I had a napkin laying there. I picked it up. I picked this up, put it to dry, picked up this colorful one here, put it over to dry, and then I put more alcohol and I just mopped up before I started. And then I started dripping. So, you know, a lot of people assume or think that you can't use alcohol inks on anything other than like Yupo paper or photo paper, but you can. You can. You get totally different results. All I can say is try it. You never know. So that's my part 2 of my stained glass papers. And do you think these will become stained glass papers? You betcha. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and thanks for joining me.